Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Have you ever sincerely asked yourself, why was I sent into this world? From morning until night, we keep running after money, success, fame, the future, business, and career. But what if one day all of these things were taken away from us? Then who would we be? And the biggest question is, would we be ready to stand before Allah? Today, silence the noise of the world for a moment and look deep inside your heart. Ask yourself, why was I created? Most people see their job, business, degree, or wealth as their identity. If someone asks, who are you? They say, I am an engineer, I am a doctor, I am a businessman, I am an accountant. But for a believer, this is not their greatest identity. Their true identity is, I am a servant of Allah. Allah did not create us merely to eat, sleep, earn money, and one day leave this world. The true purpose of our creation is to know Allah, worship Allah, and seek the pleasure of Allah. Now take a moment and examine yourself. Out of the 24 hours in a day, how much time do we truly give to Allah? And how much time do we spend only on this world? We can spend hours on our phones, scrolling through social media, planning our businesses, and worrying about our future. We always find time for worldly things, but when it comes to remembering Allah, how much time do we actually give Him? Sometimes even when we pray, we rush through Salah as if we are simply completing an obligation. Our hearts are not fully present, our minds are somewhere else, and we fail to feel the greatness of Allah. But worship is not merely the movement of the body. The beauty of worship is that the heart turns towards Allah. Tasawwuf teaches us to work on our inner self, purify our intentions, and turn our hearts towards the remembrance of Allah. It is not only about outward worship. It is also about making our intentions, character, thoughts, eyes, and words follow what Allah has commanded. What do we look at? What do we listen to? How do we speak? How do we treat other people? All of these things matter in the sight of Allah. If a person asks before every action, will Allah be pleased with this? Their entire life can begin to change. Earning a lawful income to support the family can become an act of worship. Raising children with love and good values can become an act of worship. Serving parents can become an act of worship. Helping others can become an act of worship. All it requires is a sincere intention for the sake of Allah. But here we face another dangerous thing, the love of this world. Many people say, once I earn a little more money, once my business becomes successful, once this problem is solved, then I will focus on worshipping Allah. But often the reality is the opposite. When a person starts running only after the world pulls them deeper into its trap. One desire is fulfilled, and another appears. They get a home, then want a bigger home. They get a car, then desire a newer one. They receive a promotion, then want an even higher position. The Nafs never says, enough, what I have is sufficient. That is why we must learn the difference between a need and a desire. Not every desire is a necessity. Today people have become so busy that they barely have time for their family, the Quran, remembrance of Allah, or reflection on their sins. But when hardship comes, they suddenly find time. This reminds us of a deep reality. We make plans, but Allah is the one who decides. Everything in this world will eventually end. Jobs can end, businesses can close, fame can disappear, youth will fade, and wealth will be left behind. But an action done sincerely for Allah will never be wasted. So every day ask your heart, what did I do today to please Allah? What am I living for, this world or the pleasure of Allah? Tasawwuf teaches us to examine our nafs, hold ourselves accountable, and return to Allah. Remembering death is not about hopelessness, it is about making our lives better. One day all worldly distractions will end. No phone, no business plans, no worries about the future, no worldly fame, only the person and their deeds. So keep the world in your hands, but never let it settle inside your heart. When the heart becomes filled only with the world, there is less room for the love of Allah. But when the heart becomes filled with the love of Allah, the world appears in its true place. Wealth no longer makes us arrogant, hardships no longer make us hopeless, and fame does not make us forget who we truly are. The day we sincerely ask, why am I living, the direction of our life begins to change. Perhaps that is where the strongest chains of the nafs begin to break.